Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, hooligan, shills, desolate sharks, peasants, vassals, Turks, Kurds. I'm a useful idiot, and today I want to talk about the fact that there's a ceasefire being negotiated between Turkey and the Kurdish resistance. And this is decades in the making and quite a step. Although, like many others, I'm skeptical as to how this will work out. But there's a number of reasons why I do believe this is the time and place for this. And this ends a lot of bloodshed since 1984, 40,000 killed, and I'm sure that's a very low estimate. And so we have the Kurds in Turkey struggling for their independence or autonomy, or at least some rights, considering they make up 20% of the Turkish population, so they're a very large portion of the country of Turkey. But so this ceasefire is being worked out by an agreement with the Kurdistan Workers Party, or the PKK, and also Abdullah Ocalan, who's been held in prison since 1999 on a conviction for treason. So seems like he would probably spend the rest of his life there. But now, under this negotiation, perhaps he will get freedom, and he will be able to represent his people. And also we have the PKK, and this is where it gets interesting for me, because the PKK are actually the Kurdish resistance, and they use northern Iraq, the Kurdistan region of northern Iraq, as a base of operations to engage Turkey when entering Turkey. So now we have the PKK declaring a, quote, formal and clear ceasefire with Turkey this last Saturday. And the other quote is, forces will withdraw. That means the PKK forces will withdraw if the government and parliament fulfill their responsibilities and create the foundation for withdrawal. And that's the important quote here, because the Kurds have been lied to on many occasions, and it would be a big step for them to actually lay down their arms, and I'll be surprised if they do. And if they do, it might be in just a token gesture, because they will have to see what happens. And that's what they're saying when they say that the government and parliament of Turkey needs to fulfill their responsibilities and create the foundation for withdrawal. So certain claims for more autonomy by the Kurds in Turkestan, in Turkey, are what is at issue here. And interestingly enough, the United States and the EU and Turkey all regard the PKK as a terrorist group. So once again, one man's terrorist, another man's freedom fighter. And so anyway, but we're going to work with that group in this case, and because we may label them as terrorists, but we also know what their true nature is. They fight for the Kurdish state. So to look at the big picture, and this is what's interesting to me, this falls in line with my view that geopolitical landscape in that region is changing drastically, and every country and every leader is aware of it. And Turkey is certainly no exception. And they know that the United States and the U.S. foreign policy is redrawing the map in that region, and that they need to get on board with the new program, essentially. And that's what they're doing. So now we have Netanyahu apologizing to Turkey for Turkish citizens that were killed by Israeli soldiers on a Gaza flotilla. And we also have this new accommodation of the Kurds in Turkey. And I think this is all part of the United States and the United States State Department working with Turkey. Turkey wants to be a player in that region, and if they play ball, then things could go well for them. And they have a lot to contribute, because let's not forget, they're a very well-armed country, and the U.S. certainly likes that. So in the long run, I still picture that the Kurds will get a great deal more autonomy in their part of Turkey, and they also have a great deal of autonomy already in the northern part of Iraq. And as the Syrian and Iran situations resolve themselves. Syria in the near future and Iran further down the road, we will see a consolidation of the Kurdish regions in those countries as well. And I suspect down the road that there will be once again talk, but it's a little premature, but I think 10 years down the road, we could easily see this whole situation settled there and all the disparate Kurdish regions of those countries gathered together, or at least some semblance of it, and creating a free Kurdistan at last. I think history is on their side in the sense that a Kurdish republic has existed several times, however briefly, and the Kurds got a taste of freedom, and I think they will go for the gold in the end. And I think a U.S. Dominated Middle East region will accommodate that goal. And why not? The Jews got to return to their homeland after 2,000 years, to return to Israel, and the Kurds never left Kurdistan. And, it's time for the world to let them have their homeland as well. So, we'll see what happens with the ceasefire. It could lead to bigger and better things, and I would certainly hope so, and that seems to fit in with the general change of landscape in the Middle East, and Turkey is getting on board with what the United States desires are in the long run, and we will see more of that in that region. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.